Isabel, you have many years experience in IP in Uruguay, being in a small, pretty small country, surrounded by both Argentina and Brazil. How is the current COVID-19 situation impacting Uruguay, and which are the major changes you've seen in the last few months?
Well, in Uruguay, the COVID-19 was very much controlled. Since the first moment, our government took measures and they closed the frontiers with Argentina and with Brazil. Nobody could enter, only Uruguayan people that were outside. And the schools were closed, clubs were closed, everything was closed, but work continued. We were asked to work from homes, so in our case, only 2 people came to the office. We never stopped working, and we were, the Trademark and Patent Office was opened, and all the filings were done via C-Web electronically. And so there was not any impact in our country with the filings and with ours, especially with our work. And the major changes, I think that were the improvement in technology, is important because we could not stop working, and we received work from other countries as well as we could send, and we could be communicated as well as we were doing in our firms, in our offices. Even though many other companies had important impacts because of the close of their activities, but in our activity, the work is the same. I can tell you that. We didn't have any impact, thanks God, any impact.
So you haven't seen any drop off in, let's say, foreign companies filing in Uruguay? It's been exactly the same?
Exactly the same. Even we received, in some cases, we received more work. Amazing, but we did.
So as an industrial property agent at Fernández Secco and Asociados, one of your specializations is national and international domain names. What are the challenges and opportunities the current situation presents to this line of work in particular?
About domain name, I think that the electronic traffic and the domain names registration increased in these months because mainly in the e-commerce, for example, the e-commerce increased a lot, as well as the registration of the domain names, because all the companies were working electronically, you know, and this favored all the countries, I think. The communication never stopped.
Yeah, so you direct the management records of trademarks, patents, and copyrights. Have you seen the COVID-19 situation having a financial impact on any of these practice areas?
No, I didn't see any financial impact here in this area. Not for the moment. We don't know what's going to happen. Now everybody is starting to work in their offices. Everything is coming to normality. The cases in Uruguay are very few. Now we have 40 active cases of COVID-19, and it died 27 persons only. It's very controlled. We don't know what's going to happen, but there was not impact in this area.
Our audience is a little bit global. And let's say in 30 seconds or less, what would you say to foreign investors to encourage them to protect their IP in Uruguay?
Well, I think that The companies should know that their trademarks and patents are the most important assets of the company, and they should register them to protect them, because if not, they will have problems. They could have problems, and the cost of those problems will be higher than filing a trademark or a patent in the moment they had to do it. Also, as we live between Argentina and Brazil, that are two big countries, Uruguay is very small, and people many times say, no, Uruguay is so small, we do not export our goods there. But they have to protect their goods here, because if not, we have seen many people that registered trademarks that do not belong to them. And we have to file cancellations that cost too much, and it is not easy. They have to protect the trademarks and patents, so they don't have further problems in the future.
Right.
You know?
Would you say that there was no impact, besides for the IP, was there no impact on the Uruguay economy during this time as well?
For the moment, no, we don't have any impact in this area. In other areas, there was important impacts in our country. The travel agencies, tourism, restaurants, for example, now that school is starting, three private schools will close.
Oh, wow.
We are advised that those schools were going to close. And many people were hired from the companies. We live from the tourism too. Our country receives a lot of tourism. So hotels, cruises, restaurants. There are many people that were affected with this COVID-19.